Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got to get this thing kicked off. Listen, I got a lot to say. So let's just get this thing going right now because I ain't trying to be on here all day, but I need to get some of this stuff off my chest. So let's start with something that's really um been, I guess you could say, on my mind. And I'm speaking to the Saints fans. And I'm speaking to you candidly because anybody who know me know that my teams are the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. And I see a big difference between those two fan bases. And one of the things that I want to talk about is the Saints fan base. So uh, I want the Saints to remember something. when Drew Brees, sorry, when Drew Brees was the quarterback, the Saints fans was probably one of the best fan bases there was. I mean, they were in unison. You can see them creating energy for the Saints. They create the energy. It's the fans create the energy. I wanna share something with y'all. I spoke about it before. I wanna talk about it again. I don't know if you remember, if you're a football fan, you probably remember that when the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers played the Super Bowl the first time. Uh, the 49ers were up by 10. They had been dominating the entire third quarter. But now we're in the fourth quarter, and the Chiefs need to make a comeback. And I contribute their comeback not just to Mahomes. I contribute their comeback to the fans of the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? I say that. Why? Because when Tyreek Hill caught the big catch, the 40-some yard catch to change the momentum of the game, and then Travis Kelsey got the pass interference 2 plays later. And then after that, Travis Kelsey ended up scoring a touchdown. Then when they went to the commercial, and the Chiefs are now down by 3, and they came back from that commercial, that crowd was in such a frenzy with the and you gotta understand the team fed off that. They fed off them fans. I mean, and you obviously you know the rest. The rest is history. Can't see them win the game, but their fan base created so much energy for them till it was just unbelievable. So it was a big experience for me because I enjoyed that experience. I really wish I could be there just to feel that energy that was being thrown the Kansas City Chiefs way. And why am I talking about that? Is because the Saints fan base on social media are nowhere near together. They some deny it, but the truth of the matter is they have a culture war. They have a disagreement that goes all the way back to Jameis Winston, which is just crazy for me. First of all, Saints fans, let me just put this out in the air for you. Jameis Winston was never and should have never been the starting quarterback. Jameis Winston is a second string quarterback at best. He had his chance to be a number one quarterback. He didn't do well. Let's move on from that. So please stop talking about Jameis Winston. But I digress. So with that being said, is players they look at social media. They look at the groups that the Saints fan base have. They read those comments. You think they don't, but they do. They read these comments and they see that you guys are not together, which means how does that affect them when you're in that dome and you go to the game? Hey, it's a big deal to them for the fan base to be together. Not the fan. They can feel the energy when the fans are together. They can feel the energy when they're not. If you're in a culture war on social media about who should be the quarterback and who should be the quarterback, man, that doesn't bode too well for the players. I mean, if the players are like, man, the hell with them, we're gonna do it without them, man. You got to understand the fan base is so important to the damn team. Come on, Saints fans. You should be better than that. You should be better than that. You will never, ever get that team to the point that you want that team at until you come together as a fan base. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. I've made videos about it. I've talked about it. It's just, it's disgusting. And it makes me ashamed to be a Saints fan because until you guys agree on something, come together and cheer for the Saints as one, the Saints would never feel you. They would never feel you. And the last thing I'm gonna say about this, James Winston and Michael Thomas was a freaking locker room cancer. They whined and whined all the time. That's why James Winston's on the Cleveland Browns as a second string quarterback, and Michael Thompson would not be picked up as a free agent. Who the hell want that toxicity in their damn locker room? So nobody want that in their locker room. So let's just move on from the past, focus on Rattler, and see what Rattler can do. Hopefully, he can come in and do well so you guys can come together on who you think the damn quarterback should be, or who you think this or this, you think that, you think that. And for the record, I'm putting this out there. I don't think Dennis Allen is going to is the person that's going to do the job. I think Kubiak can do the job. I said Kubiak. Yeah, I think that's his name. The offense coordinator can do the damn job. I mean, I just believe that's the coach for the New Orleans Saints. I'm just putting it out there and putting it on wax, put it on the record so y'all can understand how I feel. But other than that, your arguments are trivial. It means nothing. It's not going to get you anywhere. I'm done with the Saints and their fan base. I'm done with talking about it. I want you guys to come together. If you don't, then the hell with it. I'm going to be a Saints fan and I'm going to look at football without a biased eye. Let me put it that way. Okay. All that being said, I know for a fact that the Cowboys and the Lions, especially the Detroit Lions, want to hear this. Now, it's no secret that I do not like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna repeat that. I do not like the Dallas Cowboys. I have no love for them whatsoever. As a matter of fact, it makes my day when the Dallas Cowboys lose, especially if they lose bad. It makes my day. And last year, the Dallas Cowboys should have lost to the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions know it. And why am I saying that? Because guess who played this Sunday? The Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Only difference is the Detroit Lions now have the NFC Championship under their belt. Yes, they lost, but man, they should have won it, and they know it. Let me tell you something. I hear a lot of Dallas fans talking about how they Pittsburgh didn't they stopped Pittsburgh run and they shut the Pittsburgh run down. Man, y'all are wasting your time. You cannot compare the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line to the Detroit Lions offensive line. You cannot compare somebody who's truly physical and somebody who used to be physical. The Detroit line offensive line is physical, and they will pound you into submission. They don't give a damn about you stopping their run in the beginning. They'll keep running it and running it and running it until you give in. And then you'll give up the big runs. And if you stop that run, they'll still play action off of it and hit them fast ass receivers across the middle. They have no fear. The Detroit Lions receivers have no fear. The majority of their passes are done across the middle. I don't see it. I do not see the Cowboys. I don't see this game being anywhere between 10 points. I see the Cowboys hanging with them at first, and then they pulling away from them. But I must say this: let's Dak Prescott put on his cape and show everybody that he's beyond a game manager. That's all. That's the only way I can see this happening. You better find somebody other than CeeDee Lamb because I just don't see it. All those run blitzes against the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's just run blitz, out the run blitz, out the run blitz. Yeah, I saw them. And when you're using run blitzes to stop a team running game, that means you're vulnerable in their passing game. And I'm gonna tell you something. Pittsburgh didn't really have a strong passing game, but Detroit did. They will torture them secondary. So all I can tell you is, Cowboy fans, put your bootstraps on. This was gonna be kind of hard to watch, especially between the 8 minute mark of the third quarter. It's gonna be kind of hard to watch, Cowboy fans. So so I have tried my best to try to see what scheme the Cowboys can come up with. What could they do to beat the Detroit Lions? And the only thing I came up with so far is the Detroit Lions turn the ball over. Dallas creates some turnovers. They create some negative plays. They keep Detroit from playing their game. That's about as far as I got, guys. I'm sorry, I just can't see them beating Detroit. So show me something, Dallas. Show me that that game in Pittsburgh wasn't a fluke, because I had to lose in that one too. But show me that wasn't a fluke. I overestimated the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will not do that again. Now, I'm so happy that I get a chance to bring this information or bring what I consider something that you want to hear to this forefront. But before I go any further, I'm gonna ask you guys, look, you see it on the screen, subscribe to LTS Richard Code at LTS Richard Code. That's on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, on Facebook. You can follow me at I'm sorry, you can follow me at Richard Cole, and you'll see Let's Talk Sports in there, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I see a lot of you guys watching my content after I go live or after, and I love that. Thank you for watching it. But subscribe to the channel because it'll help me out a lot because it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to keep this in your face because it's on a different level. Now, with all that being said, let me go into what this show is all about. This show is about what do you think about this? And I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm talking about what I see. I don't know if you guys see the same thing, but if the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers next week, I'm finding it hard to see who can beat them after that. Now, Kansas City do have those, I call them lame duck games where they just blow a game and just play horrible and they end up losing to somebody they shouldn't lose to. Then everybody start talking in the media about how they done and this and that. Well, I've experienced that for freaking years and it always ends up with the same results. The Chiefs win the damn Super Bowl. But I'm telling you, I looked at their schedule after the 49ers. Much respect for the 49ers. After the 49ers. And I say, who can beat them? You got the Raiders twice. They got the Broncos twice. They got the Chargers once. That's 5 games right there. That's their division right there. They got Buffalo, who has a very small offensive line. I hope they do something about it before the draft. I'm sorry, before the trade deadline, because if they don't, they're just going to get blown out the line of scrimmage repeatedly. Um, and I see the Houston Texans, who I have a lot of respect for, who give the Chiefs a run for their money, but unfortunately, they're a dome team. And when they come to Arrowhead, it's going to be in December. You better know how to play in that brutal cold, buddy, because Kansas City love playing that brutal cold. Ask Miami about it. I mean, it's cold in Arrowhead. Let me just help you out. So that's why I'm kind of leaning toward the Chiefs in that game. Um, I see Tampa Bay. They'll get hyped for it, but in the end, Todd Bowles, he's beat Kansas City before. It's a totally different Kansas City team. I mean, so will they three-peat? It's not even in my mind right now. What's in my mind is will they three-peat and they go undefeated? Look, in the comments, you guys can really put what you think about Kansas City and can they three-peat and can they go undefeated? What's your thoughts on that? Then don't start putting stuff in the comments about, oh, nobody can go undefeated because the New England Patriots did go undefeated, but they lost in the Super Bowl. They were 1 game away from breaking the Miami Dolphins record. So somebody can. If anybody can do it, it's the Kansas City Chiefs because they're a complete team. And I'm just going to tell you right now, they're the best team in football. I don't care what nobody say. I have seen those people play some of the worst football games in the last 5 weeks, and they still win. That's got to be scary. Imagine if they get it together and start playing the football the way that we've seen the Chiefs play football. So I play football. Imagine if that happens. Oof. That's why I say good luck with that. But here's my take on it. I don't see the schedule. I see the Chiefs as a complete team, not just Mahomes. They offense, defense, and special teams. They got it all together. They got it all. It's clicking. And they're not even peaking yet. That's another thing I need to tell you. The Kansas City Chiefs is not even peaking yet. See, I truly believe that the other undefeated team, the Minnesota Vikings, is peaking. But I don't think Kansas City is peaking yet. So with that being said, all these different things that I'm saying, I want y'all to give me some. I want y'all to give me some insight on why you think I'm wrong. Why do you think that okay, so even if you believe that the Chiefs can't go undefeated, can they three-peat? Do you believe they can three-peat? Nobody's never done it before. The closest team that ever done it, that to ever do it was the San Francisco 49ers until that Leonard Marshall hit on Montana and then Roger Craig fumble. That's the closest I ever seen to a team three-peating. So I'm just here to tell you, I believe that the Kansas City Chiefs can go and win another Super Bowl this year. I just don't know if they can do it undefeated. I don't know if they can do that. But every week that passes by, and every time they beat somebody, that's going to start sinking in your head. Can Kansas City three-peat and go undefeated? Every win that goes by, you get the week that they beat the 49ers and they come back and beat the next team and the next team. And it's going to start sinking in your head like, can these people go undefeated? You're going to start hearing analysts talk about, can they go undefeated? Part of me really, honestly, I don't want to go through the drama of it all. I hope the 49ers step up and say, let's go ahead and beat these guys. But if they do that, that's going to make the Chiefs even deadlier because then the Chiefs going to be they're gonna be pretty pissed off. And now they may go on one of those 8, 9, 10 game winning streaks like they always do. All I'm saying is, what do you think? What do you think? Listen, this is a short version of the show. There's a lot of things I got going on with the show that I'm gonna be doing. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things with this show. I'm also seeking subscribers. I'm seeking people who know football. Now, I'm not talking about just a random fan who watches football from time to time. I'm talking about people who really know the game. To comment on this. Tell me what you think. Whether it's the fan base, whether it's the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys, whether it's can Kansas City go the three-peat and go undefeated. All these different things that I'm bringing up today are just questions that I have, and I want to see what you guys think. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. I just want to see if you think that. Do you think that the fans have a lot to do with a team winning? Do you think that the Detroit Lions won't dominate the Dallas Cowboys? Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs can three-peat? And if they do three-peat, can they go undefeated? These are the things that I want you to talk about. These are the things I want you to put in the comments. I know I'm coming to you guys on a Saturday while you guys are watching college football. I'm gonna get ready to watch some college football myself. But listen, subscribe to the channel. It's on the screen. My name is Richard Cole. This is Let's Talk Sports. Peace. I'm out.